Hello everyone, today we're going to be taking notes on Chapter 1, Lesson 3, Rates. Please take notes in your math notebook. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary. So I would like you to write these vocabulary words down in your notebook. So the first one that we have is rate. It's a ratio comparing two different kinds of units. So for example, if we have 8 muffins for $6, you can write it in two different ways, really. Usually we always have the price per muffin. So usually price is on the top. But so you can write it $6 for 8 muffins, or it also means 8 muffins for $6. Okay. The other one is unit rate, and that's a rate that has a denominator of 1. So on the bottom, when it's a 1 on the bottom, that is a unit rate because it means 1 unit. So in this case, we have 6 muffins for 12 students. So we wrote the rate here, so 6 muffins for 12 students. And then in order to find the unit rate, you have to divide by the whatever number this is here. So in this case, we divided by 12 on the top and the bottom to tell us that each student got a half of a muffin. Next is our unit price, and that's the cost for 1 unit of something. For example, if we had $36 for 4 tickets, we can write our rate like this, $36 for 4 tickets. But we want to find the unit price, which means I want to find how much does it cost for 1 ticket. Now remember, normally we usually try to figure out the price for one of something. So usually the price is on the top, okay? So in order to do this, we have to divide. To get 4 tickets to 1 ticket, we would divide by 4 on the top and the bottom. And this right here is when the unit price is when there is 1 on the bottom. So you have $9 for 1 ticket. Let's look at our first example. So Samantha picked 45 oranges in 5 minutes. Write this rate as a unit rate to find out how many oranges she picked in 1 minute. Okay. So the first thing we need to do, first step, is to write it as a rate. So I see that I have 45 oranges. She picked 45 oranges, so I'm going to put that on the top. And then in 5 minutes. Now the reason why I put the 5 minutes on the bottom is because we want to find the unit rate for how many oranges she picked in 1 minute. So I want 1, which is my 1 unit, to be on the bottom. So I'm going to put the 1 minute here on the bottom. So these are going to be equal because my rates are equal here, and I want to keep everything the same. So how do I get from 5 minutes to 1 minute? Well, 5, and we have to divide by 5 in order to get to 1 minute. So 5 divided by 5 would be, or 5 minutes divided by 5 would be 1 minute. So whatever I do on the bottom, then I have to do on the top. So I'm going to divide by 5. So 45 oranges divided by 5 would be 9 oranges. Now this is the same rate. I just simplified it a little bit further to figure out my unit rate. So she picked 9 oranges in 1 minute. And then another minute, then she picked another 9 oranges. Okay. So my unit rate is 9 oranges per minute, which is my final answer. So here's our next example. It says an adult's heart beats about 2,100 times every 30 minutes. A baby's heart beats about 2,600 times every 20 minutes. How many more beats does a baby's heart beat in 60 minutes than an adult's heartbeat? So our first step is I have to write my rate for my adult's heartbeats and my baby's heartbeat. So let's go ahead and find the adult heartbeat. So I'm going to write adults is 2,100 beats for 30 minutes. So I'm going to write adult here to keep my work organized. And then I have 2,100 beats for 30 minutes. Then I have for my baby's heartbeat, I have 2,600 times for 20 minutes. So I'm going to write baby, and it's 2,600 beats for 20 minutes. All right, the next thing that it asks is how many more beats does baby's heart beat in 60 minutes? Okay, so that means I have to change all of these to get to 60 minutes. So the rates for 60 minutes, so we have to get each one to 60 minutes. So I'd have to multiply, in order to get from 30 to 60, I'd have to multiply this one by 2/2. So 2,100 beats times 2 is 4,200 beats for 60 minutes. And for this last one here, I have to get to 60 minutes also. So to get to 60 minutes on the bottom here for the baby, I would have to multiply the 20 times 3, and that would give me 60. So I'd multiply the top and the bottom by 3. Well, what is 2,600 times 3? Well, that's 0, 0, 6 times 3 is 18. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. So I have 7,800 beats in 60 minutes. But my final question, it says, how many more beats does the baby heart beat? So that means we need to subtract the 7,800 beats from the 4,200. So I have 7,800 minus the 4,200. So I have 3,600, right? So the baby's, I'm going to use the question, the baby's heartbeat (3,600) more beats in 60 minutes. So the baby's heart beats 3,600 more beats in 60 minutes. All right, that's the end of this lesson. So remember, the difference between rates and ratios is rates have units attached to them. Ratios are just numbers or quantities.